Hello YouTube, here, Fish Dad 1, back with another video. So today guys, I just want to give you a little tour of this 300-gallon aquarium. I don't know if I talk too much about how it works and everything about it. So let's dive right into this thing. So first off, the aquarium is a marine land 300-gallon deep dimension. Excuse me. So when I say deep dimension, it is 3 feet wide, 36 inches. It is 6 feet long and 27 inches tall. And the stand that it is sitting on, me and a friend built this stand. It is oak plywood. Built it pretty good. And then also I put, not 2x4s, but I forgot, not 2x4s, but one bigger than that. But anyway, I'll show you here in a little bit. So this aquarium is drilled. And what I mean by drilled, it has these rear overflows. One right there. And one over there. And it's called the rears. And they are drilled at the bottom of the aquarium. And we'll go to the corner here so we can get a better look at it. So there is the overflows right there. And what it does is water comes in, and then that little hole right there, the water goes in that hole and down into my sump. There are my heaters right there. This is what I really like about this aquarium. You can hide your heaters. So I have 2 of these heaters, one on each side. These heaters are a titanium 500 watt heaters. And on the outside there's the controller right there, so it's 78 degrees. And I have 2 of those. Also have the wave makers. These wave makers produce about, get out of the way buddy, you're photo bombing. Anyway, so I get a better look at that wave maker. Right there it is. They produce about, I want to say 1,700 gallons per hour they're pushing. And the other one is right there. Okay, so I also bought for the wave makers this Hydora wave maker controller. So right now I have it set for, it'll run 10 seconds on one wave maker and 10 seconds on the other side. And it just goes back and forth all day. The thing has all kinds of different settings. It's crazy. All different kinds of little things you can play with it. Now, what else here? On the top here, for my lids, I just went with this polycarbon. Cheap. The glass tops for this aquarium was very expensive, and I just went the cheap route. These things work perfect. For the lights, just your standard Phoenix ray lights, LEDs, nothing special. I got 2 of them on there, and it's not bad. It's pretty bright for 2 lights. I was really surprised, but it works out pretty good. So let's dive down into the bottom of the belly of the beast, as we should say here. So down here there is the sump. This is a wet dry sump. It is from eShops, I'm sorry. eShops wet dry sump. It is for a 300-gallon aquarium. I really don't know the dimensions of it, but we'll get down here on the floor here. So if you look in that corner, the pipe comes in and goes right into my wet dry system. If you look, there's the water going in. That is the right side. Left side back there comes in, comes down, and there's the water going into that one. Now that blue label there, that's your water level, but I carry my water level a little tall because sometimes I forget to put water in this thing. The evaporation is crazy in these things, so you gotta really watch them. So, with the pumps, I just bought a new one yesterday, got it going. These are the, oh gosh, what kind of pumps are they? J-Bos. So that one right there is the J-Bow 8000 series, which pumps about 2,200 gallons per hour. That one right there is the J-Bow 5000 series, which pushes about 1,300 gallons per hour. Now the reason I had to get two of them is because my first one was this J-Bow 1,300 gallons per hour. It comes up and into this J-Bow 36 watt UV sterilizer, and it was having a hard time going through the UV sterilizer into the return into the aquarium. It had to feed both sides, left and right, and it was having a hard time. It was struggling trying to get to the right side. So yesterday I went and purchased, like I said, the J-Bow 5000 series pump, and it is feeding just that right side over there, and it's doing a heck of a job. It's pushing water like crazy. Now these pumps are DCs, okay? So that is the wave, or the scenic wave technology controller for the 5000 series. Right now it's pushing 39 watts, and it is turned up all the way. I got it up to 100%. Over here is the DCP 8000 wave technology, and it is pushing 22 watts, which is not at 100%. I believe I got it at about 45. Let's see real quick. Yep, I had it at 45. So it's at 45%. Okay, what else do we got down here? And really all I do, guys, is put in my sump is a bunch of the Chemi Pure Blue. I mean, I got a bunch of bags in there, and you have to for these big fish aquariums. You know, when you're playing with these big aquariums, it takes a lot more of this Chemi Pure, so it is just packed in there. It's a little expensive, but oh well, that's what happens when you buy these big aquariums. What else do I got down here? Right over there is my little cleaning stick, or wand, whatever you want to call it. I use that for the back glass because I cannot reach it, because it's 3 feet wide. That's the only thing bad about this aquarium. It's so wide, it is hard to get to the back glass. Let me stand up here. Now for the front, I just got this little cleaner thing. Whee! It works pretty good. I like it. I dig it. It's pretty neat. Only thing you gotta be careful about is when you get down low in that sand, that you don't get no sand in between the cleaning. It will scratch the glass up really bad. And what else can I talk about this bad boy? Oh, okay, so with this aquarium, I forgot the name of the glass already. But anyway, the front panel is a crystal clear glass or something like that. It doesn't have much iron. It has less iron than your standard glass does. And the reason why is because this glass is pretty thick. And the thicker your glass gets, the more greener it looks when you look inside. So it doesn't have, the front panel and the side panels has less iron in it, so it gives you that, doesn't give you that green tint when you're looking inside the aquarium, which I really like a lot. Aquarium is pretty low stocked right now. I believe what I have in here are, there's Mr. Tex right there. I just bought him as a baby. That guy is growing huge. He's a beautiful guy. And then inside this little box here is my female red devil. Her name is Ladybird. And the reason why I have her in here is because these guys were mating, and old Tex here got a little rough. And if you look, her back tail is a little beat up. She was worse than this, but she's healing up. Once I notice that tail's starting to do a lot better, I want to let her back out and see what happens. Hopefully text here won't be so rough with her. And then back there in the back, if you can barely see him, I have a Mayan cichlid. He's not doing too well. He hasn't been eating lately, but he's a Mayan cichlid. I bought him as a red terror, but he's not a Feste. He's just a average Mayan cichlid. But he's in there. Oh well. And I have a green terror in here. He's just a little guy. I bought him as a fry, as a baby. He's growing pretty good. Let's see if we can find him. I can't even find him now. But anyway, he's growing pretty big. I think he's in those rocks somewhere. And then I got two catfishes. One's right there in those rocks. You probably can't see him too well, but he's hiding. That's where they like to hide at. And that's about all I got for stock for this aquarium for right now. But I do, in my 10-gallon aquarium upstairs, I do have 2 red terrors, Festes. They're just little fry. And then I also just bought 2 Trimaxes. They're fry as well. So I'm just growing them out a little bit. And then we're going to put them in this 300. There was my green terror, guys. I'll get a little closer to see if we can see him. Oh, he just went behind the rocks. But anyway, that's the operations of this 300-gallon aquarium. That's how it works. And I just want to show that to you guys. And you guys have a great night, alright? Take it easy. Bye.